immigration. How do you think specifically we should address the illegal immigration problem in this country?
I think you do two things right off the bat. Number one, you got to close the border.
Yep.
There's no question about it. We got a problem. And we got to close it for a couple of reasons. Number one, we got people coming in, they're taking advantage, sending money out of the country, which is not good for our economy right now, more than ever. Number two, when you don't know who's coming across the border, you've got a national security problem. It's that simple. Second thing you can do is start right away enforcing the laws that are on the books. We got a lot of laws in place that are not being enforced. We tried this once before. I believe it was 1986, what they're trying to push through now. And Ronald Reagan agreed to it reluctantly. It didn't work. So here we are again. And what they want us to believe is it didn't work in the 80s. Trust us, it'll work now. Let's enforce the laws that are on the books and start calling people to task.
Would you vote for or against giving illegal aliens a path to U.S. citizenship?
I think you go back where you came from and you follow the rules.
Yep.
What about the employers that hire the illegals? Would you support fining?
There are laws in the books to do that now. Enforce them. The laws that are on the books now are designed to get to illegal immigrants through employers because that's the easiest way to identify them. They're there. They're just not enforcing them. Enforce the laws and you'll get that.
And then would you support, would you vote for or against English as the official language for the U.S. and require its use in all public institutions and on public materials?
I'd vote for that. Vote for the use of English.
We got through these pretty quick. We'll take 2 questions from the audience. Your choice.
Gentleman in the back added a question very early on, so we'll start there.
Alison Swartz has been coy in how she addresses her candidates who oppose her.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to challenge her and make her come out to debate you and answer the questions that you have for her when she's hiding, and she's been hiding for years?
Run on a record. You run on a record. What you do is you say, this is what Congresswoman Schwartz says she is. What does she tell everybody that she is? She says, I'm a moderate. Everybody in this room knows that's not true. So you say, she says she's a moderate. Here's how she votes. You decide. It's pretty clear when you look at her voting record. She's the best friends with Charlie Rangel.
And Pelosi, on her desk in her office in D.C., her and Madam Pelosi is all over her office. They are best friends.
That's right.
Yeah, card check. You want to tell everybody how you feel about it?
Card check, to say the least, is one of the most problematic pieces of legislation coming down the pike. It is. I deal with contractors every day. It's what I do for a living. And if that piece of legislation passes, it will wreak havoc in the economy. Secondarily, I have a major fundamental problem with that piece of legislation because it takes away a fundamental right that we have in this country, which is the secret ballot. And if you can't live with that, then I'm sorry, I'm on the other side of you. It's that simple.
I think we have time for one more.
You mentioned cutting spending. Specifically, what programs, what spending would you cut? Could you give me names of departments, programs, whatever, that would make a significant difference in the budget?
Well, I think you start in 2 places. Number one, if you read the Constitution and you look at Article 1, Section 9, it says they're supposed to give us essentially an accounting every year. Where's the money? What's it being spent on? You start there and you figure out where your money's going. See, that's one of the big problems we have right now. A lot of times we don't know where the money's going. We have a $57 trillion deficit in Social Security, yet every year from 1983 to 2008, they took in more in taxes than they paid out in benefits. Where is the money? We have to answer that question first. When you answer that question, you figure out where everything's moving around, then you know where to cut. I'll tell you one place where I would start. Is the Department of Education. The Department of Education is a department that is taking power away from where it belongs, which is with families and local municipalities who deserve and should be in control of education and do a much better job. So that's where I would start.
Josh?
Thank you very much.